You touch grass, so I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
very much an in-person person.
Yeah.
Um, I also got Jay Gatsby from Great Gatsby.
Okay, I can see that one.
Um, I also got, what else did I get? Ron Swanson
Great party
from Parks
host,
and
like Mr. Gatsby.
yes.
So,
Oh yeah, that is true.
you
Oh
know,
shit, they got me right.
that was
AI
a
might be knowing
lovely
a little
spread.
something. That was, thank you. I
One.
appreciate it. My family appreciated
Welcome
it.
to Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy B writing on all socials.
This is our segment we title What's on Our Mind. If you have a better idea for a title, let us know. Where we let you guys know what's on our mind and what we've been seeing on the internet, what we've been thinking about. New shows, man. What you got?
Yeah, man. So, coming up in a couple of weeks, House of the Dragon season 3 comes out, which is the prequel series for Game of Thrones.
Didn't they play that last year, or was that? Is it? I know it's every other year, right? Okay.
Every other year. Yeah.
Okay, so 4, 6. Gotcha.
Yeah, 2024 and 2026. So this is a third season. It's going to be four seasons. I wasn't going to watch the season because season 2 was like complete filler. There was like two good episodes out of eight, and that's just like 6 hours I'll never get back in my life on a Sunday night, in the middle of summer. Uh, but everyone I know who's read the prequel said that this season's going to be all smoke, and episode one's supposed to be like a crazy banger. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. So I'll get back into that. I might have to rewatch or try to see if I can get through the book pretty quickly in the next couple of weeks.
I
I found
watched
this
the
new
first couple of
show.
episodes of that, and the hook
Yeah,
was a decent hook, but
right.
man, even by Game of Thrones standards, it was a lot of walking and talking. I was
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
man. It was a lot of walking and talking. And the thing with
like,
the Targaryens is they all have the same fucking name. I don't know what's happening or who's who or what's
yeah,
what or which side is on who. Like
it's
I'm like,
very
can y'all put jerseys on these
incestuous.
people, please? Yeah,
Um,
there's that. Yeah.
and it's just like
Um,
it's like you just feel super boxed in, and from
yeah.
going from such an expansive world of Game of Thrones, where you could spend
Yes.
you're at the Wall, you're at Castle Rock, you're at the hills,
You're at
it's just and then you're just in a one room
yeah.
talking. So
You're in King's Landing. You're right. It's just a lot. Because Game of Thrones it's basically like an MCU almost, just the
yeah,
level of characters and the scope and the scale of everything. House of Dragons, it was like a lot's going on in this one, like no pun intended, literal house. Like this
yeah.
one house is all this crazy shit is happening. Um, yes, we're looking forward to season 3. Have high hopes now because I was pretty much out on the show. Um, I found this new show called Not Suitable for Work.
Okay.
Streams on Hulu and Disney Plus. So I started watching it because I found I saw a random clip on Twitter. Lawrence from Insecure is in it, and he
Okay.
plays a boss on the show, which is kind of cool to see him be like an asshole in a corporate setting.
We saw
So
a
yes, I
lot of that
started
in
watching that. It's
Insecure, to be
pretty good.
fair.
Well, he's more so an asshole in the relationship setting in
Fair enough.
there.
Different kind of asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I think he's really talented. So I'll try to stick with that show and see kind of what happens with that. And Mindy Kaling is a writer or producer on the show. She was in The Office. She did the Mindy Project, and she's done a lot of other dope shows and stuff. Um, yeah, so excited about that. I might if I'm gonna check that out probably over the weekend or something. So yeah, so I want to ask you what's new, what you've been listening to, what you've been watching, any new games you picked up.
Watching season 2 of The Pit. It came out February through April, but I just had too much going on. So I
I feel you.
am going back through season 2 of that. For those that don't know, it's basically each episode is an hour in the emergency room in Pittsburgh. It's called The Pit. And so it's 15 episodes. Basically, like the season is one shift, and season 2 is on the 4th of July. And you just basically, it's like a workplace drama. So like different
Oh,
patients
cool.
come
Okay.
in with what's going on, and like it's super realistic. If you're squeamish, it might not be for you because it's in an ER. You can guess what
Right.
happens there. A lot of tracheotomies, a lot of um, just blood and gore because you're in some
Operations
guy,
that end in ASTI.
yeah, like kid blew his hand off with 4th of July fireworks. They don't really blur anything, so.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Correct. And so different things like that. It gets a little heavy-handed in spots. You could tell that, like we said last week, like it's not that people don't want political messages in the things that they watch, but this gets a little
Right.
heavy-handed in spots. Like,
Got you.
they have Like ICE brings in an undocumented
Okay,
person because during the arrest, like her arm messed up. And the ICE character is literally like a Marvel villain. Like he's just like
got you.
9 feet tall and he has a mask on and he's like, "Can we throw her away now?" And it's like, it's a little heavy-handed. Like, he's literally like like really, really
Yeah,
tall and he's
I
just
hate
big
your
as shit.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's little subtle things that are better. Like later in that season one of the characters or one of the patients has to drive his dad in from an hour away for because his dialysis like this hospital closed for dialysis and someone asked why the hospital closed and she says like
Okay.
Medicare cuts and it's just like a little softer touch,
Got you.
like,
Got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm like just, just like you don't have to scream at me just
I
but
feel you. Okay.
yeah, check that out, man. It's really highly rated. Basically just like 10 doctors and I don't think there's a bad character on the show and
Okay.
watching that, playing the new, as far as video games go, I just bought a Nintendo Switch 2 about a month ago,
Hmm.
as a B-Day gift to myself, and I got the new Super Mario Wonder, and it's like if you're used to like the old school Super Nintendo side-scrolling Mario, it's just basically that with a 2026 paint job, and it's pretty
Got
dope.
you. Okay.
Um,
Like
so
better controls and stuff, or
Things better controls and it's just deeper like pause you get like different mushrooms do different things like there's different skills you can get it's
oh, sweet.
modernized
Okay.
basically so like
Got
you
you.
can pick which hat you wear going into each level and some hats you can float with and some hats you can bounce off the walls
Oh,
with
shit.
and just they just put a new paint on it and if you just and because it's handheld it's really what I call low commitment gaming. Like if I
Hmm.
have like I finished folding clothes 20 minutes before we potted. And like that's too I'm not firing up a game of Madden to kill 20 minutes. But I
Right.
could pop on and play a level of Mario and turn off my Nintendo. Like it's just like
Yeah.
really like pop in here and there
Quick
type
gameplay.
things. So I'm really loving the Switch, man. That's pretty dope. And yeah, it's kind of all I'm into. Might get the new NHL if it stays cheap and the Canes pull it out, but
Okay.
I found that
Okay.
playing sports I'm unfamiliar with via video game is like a good teacher. That's
Yeah.
how I learned baseball as a youngin. No one, we didn't watch baseball, so like that's how I
Right.
learned the rules of baseball. MVP baseball, 01, 02, whatever year it
Oh,
was.
shit.
So
Okay.
yeah. Anything else
Okay.
for you? What
Yeah.
games are you playing?
So actually, literally today, I just bought and downloaded the new NHL. It's
Okay,
$20 until I think Thursday. I saw on PS5 store.
I'll do
I've only
that
played it
after
for
the
like 20
call.
minutes. Yeah, it's graphics are pretty good. It's I've only played for like 20 minutes. The hardest part that I'm having trouble with, well, obviously the controls, I don't know what the hell I'm doing or how to do anything, um, is figuring out what camera angle like works best for me. Because it's not like basketball. Because basketball, it's one end of the floor for at least 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Hockey, it's you're everywhere, the whole court, the whole rink, the whole game. So it's I got to figure out how to kind of which camera works best for my eyesight or just how I perceive things and view the game, as a novice. So that's kind of the tricky part right now. I'm just like trying different camera angles to figure out what the fuck what to do. Uh, so I'll be figuring that out this summer, I guess. And then music wise, Vince Staples dropped an album, I think Friday.
Okay.
So I got to that yesterday. I've been spending it a little bit over the last day or so. It's pretty good. It's like a 30-minute, 40-minute project. It's basically like a rock album, which is kind of cool. You would
Live
never expect to hear that
instrumentation or all
from
digital?
Vince. It sounds like live instrumentation.
Okay, that
Just for
helps.
my first couple listens. Yeah, like it just sounds like him and a band, which is
Okay.
pretty cool. It's
Him
got
and Little
some like
Yachty exist in this space for me to where
yeah.
I wasn't like you just told me, but like sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure they actually make music. I never hear anything about the like,
They're just like
uh,
famous
they're just famous and they do
and
interviews. And
interesting.
I'm like, I've never, like, I
Yeah.
couldn't, I know the one song Vince did in that episode of Insecure, We Just Want to Have Fun, when
Oh
he
yeah, that's
headlined
right.
her party. And I was
Hmm.
like, that's the first time I've heard a Vince Staples song, but like I knew who he was.
Right.
And Little Yachty, I'm not convinced he makes music. Uh,
So he's actually a pretty good producer. He's more
okay.
of a better producer, and he's written shit for other people. That have been hits. I think he writes with or for Drake. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I know he does produce with him from time to time. he just is not a good rapper for himself. I also think his voice is bad, so I think that's part of it too. Um, yeah, it's pretty good actually. Vince, so his last album I think was called Dark Times. It's good. He's a really good rapper. Um, I think it's just because he's had such a dynamic personality. It's almost hard to listen to his not hard to listen to his music, but he's hard to perceive as just a rapper because he does a lot of different things. Kind of like
Yeah.
Childish Gambino in a sense. Um, because I enjoy his interviews as much as I enjoy his music because he's just such an interesting and like witty guy, you know. But I definitely say give it a spin. It's some really interesting music. It's got some a lot of political overtones to it, which I really like. But it's not, you know, we shall overcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the project?
What's it called? Crybaby.
Okay.
It's a red album cover. It's got like a white baby on it. Um,
I'll check it
yeah.
out. As far as
Yeah, man.
music, nothing new. I was scrolling Twitter the other day, X, I guess, and I saw someone put mention Vivian Green, like an R&B singer from the early 2000s. And
Okay.
I just, hadn't thought about her in a while and just spun her first two albums today while I was at work. And I was like, yeah, this holds up. So that's kind of the
Okay.
latest old but new thing that I'm listening to. And
Got you.
yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Watching the pit. After that, I have a backlog of movies, non-pod related, just that I meant to see in the
Got you.
theaters that I just never got to, but now they're on streaming. And so,
Right.
Undertone is like this, it's about this true crime podcaster and it's a horror movie.
Okay.
And I don't watch trailers, so like I just read like that quick blurb. And so
Got you.
I'll just figure out like that's like
Seems
90
kind of
minutes, so
interesting.
it looks good.
Oh, it's
Obsession,
A24.
what'd you say?
It's A24, so it should be good.
8/24?
No, it's made by A24, the studio.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was like, it's 7:58.
1738.
Did you time warp? So I'll check that out. And You, Me, and Tuscany I got that I haven't seen. The drama I
Okay.
got that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm gonna rewatch Project Hail Mary. And so that's kind of the backlog
Okay.
once the finals clear out, the Stanley Cup finals clear out, and then I finish the pit. Oh, in addition
Okay.
to the pod stuff. So that's kind of the summer clean, free time. Uh, and so
Yeah.
in the beginning, you always wonder like, what are you going to do to fill the space without sports? But you figure it out. So
Right. Yeah,
want
it'd
to
be
talk
good
about
to
Lizzo?
recharge. Not something to do every night. Yeah. Let's talk about Lizzo.
So, someone tweeted, Lizzo not having a fan base is so weird to me when this woman was literally selling out arenas not even 2 years ago. Like, where did these people go? And Lizzo quote tweeted it with, I actually can answer this. The industry changed so much in the last 3 years. Streaming replaced radio, and I was a radio darling. That's how my fans discovered my music, not to mention the very obvious and public attack on my career changed things. I'm out here doing my absolute best, and you can't knock a bitch for that. She said, "Bitch, I didn't." I'm literally quoting
Right.
her. For the people to know.
She took a DNA test and it turns out she's 100% that bitch.
Right. So one, the industry changed so much in the last 2 years. I find it to be a dubious claim.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cap.
Public attack on my career changed things. I don't even know what that means. Maybe
So
I'm just out of the
there's
loop.
like five layers to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's okay, so there's go
But
ahead. Were
first,
you
let
about to
me
say something?
ask.
Yeah, yeah.
What changed in the last 3 years?
Nothing.
Who was listening to the radio in
We
2023?
all have smartphones. We all listen on streaming services. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
She was
I read that
like,
and I was like, 3 years? You mean like 10 years?
I haven't turned on a fucking FM radio since I lived in California in
I've
2013.
I've done it when my Bluetooth wasn't connecting. Like
Yeah.
that's the only time. And even then, I couldn't. I was like, these ads. What is this?
I'll let you go first. Like, so that's just my first question. I'm
Yeah,
finding that to be a dubious claim.
yeah, that's cap. That is bullshit. I don't know what the fuck that even. Only an idiot would believe that. Now, in regards to the public attacks, so there's obvious fat phobia that she has dealt with. That
Okay.
is true.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
Um, I don't know if so I don't know how much that's impacted people listening to her music or not. I can't speak to that. I listen to her music. I think she's great. Um,
That makes one of us.
Yeah. I mean, well, I won't say I listen to. I've heard her music. I think she's very talented. I think her fan base is mostly white girls and black girls who don't date black guys. Um, and then also, I mean, not that that's part of the streaming thing.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of the public attacks, I mean, if you're talking about when she went to the Laker game with her ass out, and people said, "Hey, don't go to the Laker game with your ass out," Uh, if you want to view that as a public attack, sure. Um, the other thing is she was sued by like former dancers slash employees for like sexual harassment, and that's like still ongoing.
Well,
So
so is Meg, and people like just to yada 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 past that.
yeah, they did right because she made that dude record her fucking in the car with or allegedly no, I think that did happen. With yeah, so
We
yeah,
said it
that's
before.
crazy.
People pick and choose when that stuff matters.
They do pick and choose, and we know why. We know why.
Um,
Yeah,
so one, this is just laden with excuse making to me.
right.
Um,
Get in the booth.
get in the booth. Also, just like she was complaining a couple weeks ago, like the algorithm changed and she's not her like songs, da 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 da. And you might just have to hit the streets again. You know,
Yeah.
go out, sign autographs, take pictures with people, do a 500-person show and sign every ticket. Go to the
Yeah.
mall, play your shit. Like, sorry, you might not be able to promo in your kitchen anymore. You might have to actually leave your house and see the people
Yeah.
again. Do you want this or not? And is you're mad that the
Yeah.
algorithm changed? And but it was, my larger point was that like there's in business there's like a growth mindset. Like you always have to seek the next dollar, and you always have to
Hmm.
shareholder price has to go up, and no one's happy just like, just like we have a good business, let's just keep making money. You always have to keep growing and growing and growing. And
Right.
that's bad in music because everybody, well, what if like she had her run, little 2 3 year
Right.
run. She has a 90-minute set that she can use for the rest of her life. And what if it's just the case that she's gonna be touring, doing 5,000 seat venues with that same 90-minute set forever? I mean, no one ever
Yeah.
asks like where's what Jill Scott fell off. And it's like, no, she had her run, she built her 90-minute set, and she's gonna sing those
Right.
songs until she dies. And like that,
True. She dropped an album early this year. People liked it. Wasn't for me, but
it just
um,
everybody can't be Rihanna and Beyonce. Everyone isn't gonna be on top releasing new relevant music for 30 years. Like, some
and by the way,
people
Rihanna ain't dropped an album in 10 years. So
fair, but you get my point is that like
yeah.
everyone isn't going to be a superstar. Some people are going to have their quick run.
Correct.
They're going to do, arenas for 2 3 years. They're going to flame out. That happens, and then you
Hmm.
still have that catalog, and you can still
Right.
go
Still got your
into
publishing and masters, hopefully.
most cities and do little 3 to 5,000 seat arenas, and you'll never have to clock in at a job again. And like that, you just
Right.
need to be happy with that. Like that's fine.
And like you don't know when I mean, she said a bitch is trying, so to quote her, but so like, you never know when your next big hit is going to be or what your next big record is going to be. That also, again, has not happened yet. So we don't really know what it's going to look like. I mean, she's still pretty young. I mean, I don't know exactly how old she is, but I mean, she can't be under like 33, 34. So it's not like,
I
it's
think she
over.
is she even 30?
Yeah, I don't know. She seems
Yes, we
young
have
just
the
based on
internet.
her like outbursts. Um, let's
38.
see.
Jesus, she's my age.
Whoa, she's 38.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Um,
not old, but like that, I just thought she was
I can
younger
say
than
it's
that.
old because I'm 38 and it's a little old to be
Yeah.
this whiny on the internet. Definitely too
Yeah,
old to be making the kind of music she makes.
Her and Ari Lennox seem like sweet women, but I
Ari dropped a decent project this year.
haven't gotten to it yet. I heard she's great. Actually, one of my friends just saw her perform like Sunday night.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just while I acknowledge her music has never been for me, the few snippets of the last her recent stuff, oof, bad. And she
yeah, that
sounds
song she made
like
with
Lil Jon.
no, the one she made with Cardi B. That was one of
Oh,
the worst songs I've ever heard. That's like some old Navy ass music. Where
she
they
has
sampled the 80s song where it's like, hey, yeah, that song.
no. She has a song with Lil Jon called STFU where he's just screaming shut
Oh,
the fuck up. And
never
like in
heard of
the
it.
video she's just like taking random like 2018 um internet buzzwords like fascism and like biting into it.
Oh,
It's very
oh, okay.
she's very
Pseudo
uh
intellectual.
no, just she just seems stuck in 2018, 2019, where like she has
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I can see that.
very
Pre-pandemic, basically.
pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
just she just stuck in time. Like peak. I hate to use the word like, but like she's from peak woke, and she just like still makes that kind of music, and like
Yeah.
no one like we've just moved past that era of
Hmm.
like she's like a walking like land acknowledgement. Like when she walks in rooms, I bet you she's still like, oh, before we talk, I want to acknowledge that we live on stolen land. Like no, we've moved. Like no one does that anymore. But her music still sounds like that time. Like
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
it's just yuck. Anyways, get in the booth, make some
Yeah,
decent
just get in the
music.
booth, keep making music, keep trying, keep getting at it, getting to it, I think the thing too is because of social media, everybody's just hyper aware. And I just don't think that's good for a creative person, quite
No.
frankly. Because you're like I remember this quote from John Mayer about writer's block where he says basically it's not really like you can't think of anything to say. It's the writer in you is in conflict with the editor in you, but you're supposed to finish the writing so that you can then edit the thing. And I feel like because everybody's so hyper aware of whatever perception is and numbers and streaming and stats and all that, it's like they're hyper aware of the outcome while they're trying to create the product, and that damages the product.
That true. That too. And maybe she's just out of ideas too. You know,
That could be it.
she had her first album. It was a hit. This used to happen all the time. The debut album's your whole notebook. The
Yep,
sophomore album is a
2 years.
brick, and you never hear about them again. Or you, it's not
That
that you
is
don't hear
true.
about them again. It's just that they're done, and then they just, you know, her maybe her run is just so like Wiz Khalifa. No one he drops projects, they brick, and no one ever asks what happened to
Yeah,
him. He fell off. It's like no
right.
man, he had his run.
Yeah,
He'll be able to tour that 90-minute set with Black and Yellow and Taylor
yeah,
Gang and We Them
and
Boys
yeah,
forever. Work hard, play
the
hard.
song
He'll be able,
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
yeah, like he can do those until he's 70 years old.
Hmm.
And that's his life, that's his career, and that's fine. Everybody isn't
Yeah,
going to
there's
be
nothing
able
wrong
to
with that.
do the Taylor Swift thing where 20 years later they're still doing stadiums. It ain't.
Right.
If it was.
And in all honesty, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
In all honesty, the money's in touring anyway. So like, as long as you can tour, you're good. You can open for not open for, but I mean, if you want to, if you feel like that's not good enough, whatever, you can open for people. You can still do festivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always still people that are, looking for something new to listen to. Like it's not. There's so much untapped market share out there that people forget about.
Well, a lot of it is that, a lot of these artists, once they do arenas, they just think they're too good for it. And two,
Hmm.
touring is grueling.
That is true.
It's a lot of days on the road. You're a little sleep deprived. You're on these
Yeah.
buses, you tired of everybody, and you're playing the same fucking songs every night.
Right.
And to them, it's the first night they've heard you play this live, so you can't
Right.
dog it. And
And you have one by night, people shit on you forever.
yeah, and it's just, it's easy to get up for that when it's arena and you're getting, half a
Hmm.
ticket, $500,000 a show. And it's harder to do that when it's Red Hat and you're getting 50
Right.
grand so, but like, that's your job. And I don't know what to tell you. You can get the cubicle
Yeah.
next to me if you're tired of it. Uh,
Also, you can write for other people. I don't know if she's doing that or not, but
I don't think
that's
she should
always
be
there's always good
writing
money in that.
anything. I think you have to be able to write good things that people want to hear.
I
Um,
don't know enough about her music to say whether she can or can't, so I'm gonna leave that to you.
yeah. Um, Moving right along, reading, multitasking, what you got?
Um, yeah, so I was thinking about like everybody has their own quirks and habits and things of that nature, the way they approach tasks and stuff. So I wanted to ask you if you read multiple books at once, and if so, like how many books do you read at once, generally speaking?
I tried not to.
Mm,
Um, but I'll have one fiction and one nonfiction going at the same time. But I
okay.
try not to do too much because it's almost like a computer where if you have 9 tasks running, they all run at, you know, it'll take you an
30% less
hour.
capacity.
Correct. It'll take you an hour to run those 9 tasks at one time, but if you did them one at a time, it would take you 30 minutes because you're not
Right.
bogging down your processing power. And so I find that if I just focus on one book, now you know me in the sense that like if a book isn't clicking, not throw it away, but stop and get something else. But I
Yeah.
find it easier if I just lock in, read one, and then go to the next one.
Hmm.
It's just if I have five different books open, it's rare that I end up getting to all five of them. It just becomes easier to turn on my Switch or something.
That's fair. I
How
get
about
you. That
you?
makes sense. It really depends on what I'm reading. Like if I'm doing a longer book, it makes me feel like I'm not accomplishing anything, so I'll read something else so I can see the progress.
Yeah.
Um, or if I'm just like in the like I you go to different shows for different things, and that's kind of how I approach like books as well. So I have like right now I'm reading Breaking Dawn, the last Twilight book, and I'm reading Great Gatsby as well as this book. It's a book series called You. There's a Netflix show based on it.
Yeah, Stalker
I'm reading
guy.
the first. Yeah, I'm reading the first one. So got a couple different genres going, and then I have a book on photography that I'm taking a break from right now because it's like largely, no pun intended, pictures. So you can't really read that on a Kindle is not quite the same, you know. So I usually do that when I'm on my laptop or whatever. But then when I'm on my laptop, I get distracted and do pod shit or other shit. So
I hate when
um,
I'm reading a book on my Kindle and there's like a source document that's supposed to be in color and it just doesn't. Like they haven't
oh
gotten that
yeah,
right.
it's just not the same.
It's not the
Yeah,
same at all. That's one
yeah,
thing that they haven't mapped over from physical books very well. Is any sort of
correct.
maps, any sort of source document, any sort of
Pictures,
picture. It just doesn't like, and it'll be like not even on the same page as it's just you I mean you have
right?
one, it
Yeah, yeah,
just doesn't
yeah,
work.
yeah. It was like that with I got Showboat on Audible. And there's actually a way, like a file you can go to see the pictures. Like there's always a picture section in like memoirs and biographies and shit like that. So there's a picture section in it, you know. But if I was reading the Audible or reading it on Kindle, it'd be fucking gray and like
Yeah.
staticky, and you know what I mean. So, um, it does the digital copies does come with uh disadvantages as well,
Yeah.
in addition to the convenience of just having it on you at all times.
Yeah, it's all about the trade-offs, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to ever go back to physical books. That's just clutter to me. But that is something that I do miss. Do you watch multiple shows at the same time?
yeah, yeah.
Like if they're running live, like, well, that's the first question. Do you wait till the show is over and watch it like at
Okay,
your own
gotcha.
pace, or do you watch it while it's on TV?
Um, Sometimes I'll just wait and then just like I'm 3 seasons behind on Abbott Elementary. You know what I mean? So I'll just at some point maybe when it's over, I'll just pick up and finish it all the way through. Like shit like that, I'll probably wait for because it's a sitcom. I don't really need to, be in tune every week. Um, for other shows, I try to be like if it's something where like the internet really catches on to it, social media, then I need to watch it, try to watch it immediately because they're gonna spoil it or you want to be in on the discourse and shit like that. So like this spring, three of my favorite shows were like on air or streaming at the same time. Daredevil, Born Again, Invincible, and The Boys. And they were one was streaming. Actually, no, it was two were on Tuesday nights and one was on Wednesday nights. So like, I'd wait till Thursday or Friday, and I just like watch them, all on a weekend pretty much, or wait a couple of weeks just to kind of slowly binge them. Um, but shows like that I try to watch in real time just because spoiler alerts are just they're impossible to avoid with the internet now. So you kind of got to get up, be up to date real quickly. So otherwise, it'll just kind of ruin the whole experience. Um, if I'm like binging something new or rewatching shit, then I'll do multiple because I've already seen it before, or it's um already in syndication. So there's not really a lot of it's already in the lexicon, so I'm not really missing the viewing experience. With new shows, I like to watch live because you want to talk about it with people. That's kind of the whole fun of it. It's like a book club, you know. So I treat that's kind of how I view Twitter, like a book club slash the bleachers. Like
Yeah.
watching games is fun because you can tweet about it with people, and you're like we're all looking at the memes and all that stuff. So I try to be in community with live experiences for the most part.
I love live watching sports events, live tweeting sports events. I
Hmm.
don't like watching TV on Twitter just because, um, one, I don't watch things fast enough to keep up, and
Okay,
so I become insulated from the spoilers because I never watch anything while it like by the time I get around to it, no one's talking about it anymore. The
got
last
you,
thing I
got you. Okay,
watched in sync with Twitter was Insecure, and so.
Okay.
And that was just a whole different cultural phenomenon, you know. And so,
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I try to hunker down and watch one show at a time, and I try to
Okay.
avoid binging. Like generally will only watch one if it's a drama. If it's a sitcom or a comedy, that's different.
Right.
Like I can watch
Those are made
reruns
for
of
binging.
Martin to go to bed every night, but
Correct.
um, if it's like a drama, I'll try to limit myself to one episode a day
Hmm.
because I just feel like you just after a while the show starts to watch you if you're binging it. Like it's just everything is
You start
washing over you.
scrolling
You
and
start
yeah.
scrolling and plot points blend together. And I think, especially shows that were released by weekly, because like The
Uh,
Pit was released weekly, and you can just tell the writing's different. The writing is meant to make you marinate for a little bit.
got you.
And
Okay.
so, and just like when a character, I mean, it's set in a hospital, so spoiler alert, some people die.
Right.
And if it ends with a character dying and you go immediately to the next episode, I just don't feel like you
It
sat with
doesn't
it.
hit you.
And so
Right.
even if you just give it a day to think about how that character dying made you feel, I feel like you're at least
Hmm.
somewhat simulating how the show is meant to be when it was released on a weekly episode
Right.
basis. And so
Okay. Yeah.
I like to watch dramas at most one episode a day. If I haven't seen it. If I have seen it before, I've been the rules a little bit, you know, Saturday couch ride. I'm watching Madam Secretary. Okay, we can, I can knock out a
Okay.
couple episodes that way. But
Yeah.
for TV shows, I like to keep it one at a time. And for books, definitely one at a time because it's just hard to hop in and out of different worlds, even as a nonfiction reader,
Hmm.
for me at least. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's
um,
kind of why I take my time with books sometimes, just so I can stay in the world longer. Because I feel like if I speed through the book, I'm almost like, wait, what just happened?
yeah. I quit tracking what I'm reading on Goodreads just because I feel like I was collecting trinkets and not reading books. And so I
Right.
just quit. It just wasn't, you know, I just, we're humans. We respond to incentives. And if you gamify
Right.
something, you're just going to, like, as
Yeah.
hard as you try to block up against it, you gamify it. And look, there are worse things to
Correct.
gamify than reading books. Like, you're still reading the book,
Yeah.
but it just feel a little inauthentic to me. So I just quit and just
Hmm.
started reading, you know, when I feel like it, obviously Goodreads is going to keep it because it's all connected to the Kindle, but I'm not
Right.
setting a reading goal and I have to, I'm at a 1.5 a month pace to do that. It just start to
Yeah.
feel like a video game. Start to feel like I'm collecting trinkets in a video game.
Yeah.
So, um, you got anything else for that one?
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I do feel like the whole book count thing, it's gotten a bit where it's almost become like a subconscious competitive thing where
Yeah.
everyone's posting how much they read or how many books they've read, and it's like, okay, are you posting it because you like are proud that you read these books and you love these books? Are you, because you're not really recommending them. You know, they
Yeah.
don't give a review more often than not. They're just saying this is the number out of my goal that I've gotten to, and it's like, okay, well, clearly you're flying through these books. Do you remember the books that you read? Is there a chapter that stuck out to you? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Also, I
almost
just
like,
think a lot of these people are lying. Like you can open a book in Goodreads and add an
and
end
click
date,
to the
and
last page.
it's just like, and I don't believe most of what I see on social media, so I don't
Yeah,
put it
true.
past people to just lie,
Yeah,
because that like button is intoxicating, and so people will do.
right.
They may, they start out earnestly. I'm going to read 40 books this year. You fall behind, but you still want to post about your progress. So you just lie. You just
Right.
manipulate the data. And so you have to keep in mind that that stuff is a mirage. But
True.
not to say that everybody does, but there's definitely, you know, people want to present the best version of themselves. And sometimes
Hmm.
that can lead to, bending the rules. So you got anything else for that one?
Um, nah, that's all I have for that topic.
All right. So are you familiar with the cultural phenomenon movie called Obsession?
Yes, yes, I am.
I have not seen it. Have you seen it?
You know, I have not seen it yet.
Okay. So it
Love the
doesn't matter
girl
for
though.
yeah, it doesn't matter for the point of this conversation. So obviously this is like some indie you know, out the trunk type esque production shop. No one was planning on making any money on it, and the movie blew up.
Right.
probably for great reason. Again, I haven't seen it, and I think the leading actress on it made like 20 grand,
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
the art director made like nine,
Yeah.
and the movie grossed hundreds of millions of dollars. And so
Yeah,
my
it's
question
crazy.
to you is, where do you stand on the fairness of that arrangement?
Yeah. Uh, so I mean, I haven't checked into this yet, but I would assume I just always kind of thought, or at least I would operate in good faith in terms of like if we're in an indie project like this, I would just offer, not offer, just offer, but for the most part, I'd probably give people a percentage share,
Yeah.
um, because that's like if it does blow up, your work should be rewarded. You didn't make the move without these people, um,
To be
and that happens
fair,
with
for
a lot of
context,
actors.
the shoot was 20 days. So that 20 grand,
Yeah,
that's pretty nice
no,
pile of cash
hell
for 20
yeah,
days worth of work.
yeah,
So that's
for
proper
sure.
context for that.
But if you count the hours,
Yeah.
is it actually like because if you shot that in 20 days, you're working 16-hour days, 6 maybe 7 days a week, you know. So who's to say what how much they might have actually gotten underpaid considering the amount of hours they worked. If you
Well,
divide that over hours of whatever.
I think it's
Um,
fair to say, regardless, they were underpaid in the sense that, like, you work on a
yeah,
$100 million movie and you made 20 grand. Um,
yeah, bro, that's crazy. Now they're going to be able to negotiate great deals on the next projects for sure.
correct.
But I do think if I was the studio or the director, whoever did the financing or produced the film, I would offer them some sort of kickback.
Yeah, so it was to be clear to the audience, these are approximate numbers. I think the revenue was 200. I'm just using
Yeah,
100 million because obviously you don't see revenue is what you brought in, but there's expenses and whatever,
right.
marketing and so on and so
So
forth.
yeah, if the movie cost however much, 50K to make, let's say, how much did they spend on promotion?
Yeah,
Probably 25 to 50K. Okay, so you still made
a
basically
windfall of cash.
190 million, $197 million, give or take.
And
Yeah, you
so,
should kick back some profit to them people.
yeah, so here's what I said. They're under no obligation to do so. But if it were me and I, financed this, bucket and a mop movie
Yeah,
that for some reason totally out of my control, you don't know what's going to go viral.
because you don't know. You never
They
know.
probably made 50 versions of these kind of movies, and this is just the one that
Yeah,
popped.
correct.
I just wouldn't be able to sleep at night sitting on 100
Nah,
M's, and the
bro.
people I work with made 20
I
grand.
feel like I
Like,
robbed them.
yeah, like,
Um, and also paying them that kickback is press for your movie.
yeah, that, and it's just like, it's penny wise, pound foolish, right? Like,
Hmm.
you really want to be known as the cheap director. Um, and it's just,
Yeah,
look, I get it in the sense that they're gonna say, look, we might do 100 of these movies, and none of the actors are giving the money back with the movie flops. Like,
right.
like if the movie sold 10 tickets, she wasn't giving that 20 grand back and
Yeah.
saying, y'all didn't make any money. Here's,
No, for sure.
I get it, but it just gets to a point where the windfall is so insane where it's like I
You
just wouldn't
can't
be able to
not.
look myself in the mirror.
No, dude, I wouldn't. Like,
Expe-
and then also,
Go
like
ahead.
that the profit you made from this movie, you're gonna be able to finance a million more projects. You know what I mean? And then also you do hopefully these guys obviously did all these people did great work on the film. You would want to work with them again. If you rob them, doubt that's gonna happen. And then
Um,
also again, actors, people talk. The industry is very small. It's like like a lot of it's like we watch sports a lot. Sports fans, a lot of sports fans don't understand just how much players talk about. Hey, this owner's cheap. Hey, this plane is good. This plane is not good. This guy's gonna feed us. This guy's not gonna feed you. This guy doesn't get the good hotel. Shit like that. Like that's why a lot of free agency decisions. That's why a lot of players leave.
yeah,
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people really like how you treat people matters, and how you pay people is a part of how you treat them.
I guess
This
the
is out of their
difference.
control, but I just think in good faith, you got to kick them back something.
You should do it in good faith, but I did want to point out the difference is that in sports, the talent has the leverage. You know, whatever next movie this director does, he's still gonna have a line of people wanting to act in it. Like
Right.
he would there. The only but you only have so many players who can do what the player you want to sign can do. But
Correct.
like that actress, I don't even know her name. Like she's replaceable. Anybody could do it. Like the next movie that he does, he could hire
Uh,
any nameless, faceless person to do it. And so,
we'll see.
but
I mean, she's a really good actress. She's actually been in a lot of shit that I've watched. She's really good.
how many actors and actresses on planet Earth right now drive ticket sales just showing up?
That's true. Like
Yeah,
five.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
exactly.
You're
So you
right.
could
You're
just
right.
cast anybody. And so like
Yeah.
it used to be a lot longer of a list, but I mean, Michael B. Jordan,
Yeah.
Denzel, Will Smith,
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise. Can Brad
Anne
Pitt even
Hathaway,
sell
I'd
tickets
say.
anymore?
I mean, F1 did pretty well.
Is that, but he, that's not a Brad Pitt production. That's a
Well,
sport,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
drama comes out tomorrow starring Brad Pitt and Anne Hathaway, and that's all you know. Are people showing up to watch that? Are that selling tickets?
Yeah, I think people are showing up to watch that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'd have to be either a legacy IP or like with a star director. Like if you
Yeah,
tell me
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
Christopher Nolan, Brad Pitt, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
Hathaway,
yeah.
yeah. But like you just tell me, George Clooney and Sandra Bullock did a rom-com year. Now they're washed now, but like it's
Yeah.
not like people aren't going just for the actors and actresses anymore. There's very
No, that's true.
few
Yeah, they're going for good movies and good directors for the most part.
IP sequels or
Um,
directors.
yeah.
But the point is that good people do good things, and like you just don't want to. Like I just couldn't do
No,
it.
you can't, man. You can't. Like it's just it's almost like the Pat Riley LeBron story where like the final straw for him leaving was the cookie thing. And it's like that story got around, bro. Like you asserted your dominance, sure, but you lost the greatest player of his generation, and now everyone views your team as a prison camp. So
Yeah, it's just so let's just say you netted 100. You could take 10 of that and break off the whole crew. Like you could take her
right.
20,000 and give her 500,000. So you get 500,000.
Yeah.
Pay, I don't know if there's a lead male actor. Bump it. You could bump everybody who worked up on it 10x
Right.
and still walk away
And
with
you
$90 million
still
dollars for some
come on,
shit
man.
that you basically
Yeah, dude.
didn't even think like you just, you know, getting it in a theater at all was a win for you. You didn't think this was
Correct.
going to do
Yes.
anything. So it's just like,
Yeah.
this is found money. It's literally just if you finance this movie, you just found a bag of cash on your front step.
Correct.
Like,
You just won, literally, you won the lottery. I don't know how the movie ended or whatever. They could maybe do sequels. I don't know, reboots, spinoffs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like those memes are already popular as
yeah.
fuck. They're gonna live forever. Um, yeah, you got to capitalize on that.
Sometimes you just got to do stuff because it's the right thing and you're no obligation, no legally, no one's going to sue you or whatever. But
Hmm.
the way I'm wired, I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah, I would feel like, and also like you're gonna see these people at award shows and
Yeah.
premieres.
And so I don't really have anything else for that. Do you?
Um, nah, but if you made Obsession and you're watching this by chance, pay them people.
Yes. And I know we sound like hypocrites having not seen it ourselves and went and bought tickets for it, but it's the
Yeah.
NBA finals, it's the NHL finals. We just haven't
We live
had
in
time to,
Raleigh. Go
yeah.
Canes. We are busy.
Yeah, like the playoffs are on every night. You just dropped at a weird time for sports fans, but I'm going to
Yeah,
go
you
see it
did.
as soon as I get a second. So,
Yeah. And they're probably going
eight,
to re-release it in theaters on Halloween.
yeah, that's how you know they didn't think it was going to be anything because they didn't hold it for Halloween season.
Yeah, that's what,
Uh,
because I was like, a horror movie in the summertime? What the fuck were they thinking?
it's just you could just tell when they just found money. So,
Yeah.
AI fictional, what you got?
Yeah, so we talked last week about the question, which fictional characters do we closely relate to? And you said you couldn't find one, so you put one in Google Gemini and got Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
So I did mine, but before I did mine, I actually came up with
Okay.
a couple ideas for you. Uh,
Okay. All right. I'm a little worried.
uh, my first one is Spock
Okay,
from
I like that one.
from Star Trek, the Vulcan Empire.
Yeah, I can see
We
it.
are kind of like the Spock and Captain Kirk of podcasting, low key. A super nerdy reference, but if you know, you
I so
know.
nerdy, I don't even understand it. Is that Wars or
You're
Trek?
like
That's Trek.
yeah, Trek, yeah.
Okay.
So Spock is like very like logical, type A, uh, precise, ri not rigid, but like very much by the book sort of thing, sort of guy. And then Captain Kirk is more of a free-flowing renegade, daredevil, shoot from the hip kind of guy. So,
True
uh,
story. Talking about the pit the other day with somebody. I was like, the hospital is really inefficient because the way it's set up
yeah.
is it's a teaching hospital,
Hmm.
and there's one attending doctor who is basically the only one with any authority, and like the other 10 doctors, they kind of they have no autonomy. They kind of basically
Okay.
take vitals and then present to the attending and wait for instruction and I'm just like, this is so inefficient. These doctors, you got 10 people who've been in school for 8, 9 years apiece and they can't do anything. And
Hmm.
it ended up being a long discussion about,
Okay.
experience and this. And I'm like, if you can guarantee me a 95% success rate with these
Success rate.
doctors and a 5% fail rate, but they can see 10 times as many patients, I will take that
Yeah.
5% fail rate, even if that means some patients die. Um,
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah, Spock would say that.
yeah, so the optimal number of patient deaths is not zero for if you want to keep costs and make it more efficient down. So, anyways, carry on.
And then my next character that you are similar to is a guy. Have you seen that show Psych? It was on USA.
Nah, it used to come on after Suits, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Gus, the black character in the show, he's the co-lead.
I know what he looks like, but I have
Um,
not seen it.
okay, yeah. So he's very much like wears like similar like outfits every day, has his outfits picked out, like has his breakfast and ready and shit, like, does the same shit. He's very like by the book.
I have my fits for office days hanging up since Sunday. So yeah, that's true.
So that was my other one. And then I put mine in Google AI or whatever it's called. Pull it up here. Mine was like actually like pretty interesting the scale of people that I got and like the categories it labeled me.
Okay.
Um, so the first one labeled me as is the doom scroller and information gatherer.
Okay.
Uh, it says you spend hours reading deep dive threads on Reddit, tracking news updates, or falling down Wikipedia rabbit holes. You rarely post, preferring to observe. Your match is Sherlock Holmes or Hermione Granger. You've
I could see the Hermione. I could see the Sherlock too.
I said you value knowledge, strategy, and being the most informed person in the room.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
That one's pretty funny. Then I got the silent lurkerer and meme collector. Your
Okay.
group chats are your group chats are flooded with memes you found at 2 a.m., but your public social media profiles are completely blank. You know every internet inside joke, but never tweet. Well, I tweet all day,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say, get a little rocky there, as far
yeah,
as
it got a
like
little
never
yeah
posting.
they lost some credibility there. But the character match was Jim Halpert from The Office.
Okay, okay. I'm
The
into
John
that one.
Krasinski character, he's always looking at the camera and making the funny faces. Um, I also got Garfield. Um,
The cat.
the cat, and it says you find the world highly amusing from a distance, communicate primarily in sarcasm, and prefer comfort over public attention.
Well, you adore attention, so I don't really know. Like,
Yeah, they got that one wrong.
I've never known a poet that does not crave attention.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, those are pretty good. I mean, it's
Yeah, they're pretty
scary how
good, man.
accurate they can be, man. Especially,
Yeah, I got some funny ones.
yeah, especially, if you use it a lot and it builds up like damn near
Yeah.
almost like it gets kind of scary, like almost a
No, it
profile
really
of you.
does.
So,
It's actually funny. So there are like three or four more people they gave me. I got Scott Pilgrim. Have you seen that movie?
no. What?
It's
Like,
like a dope like graphic novel movie. It's got Michael Cera in it. It's pretty funny. Says you're fiercely loyal, unapologetically enthusiastic, and find your community online. I
I
also
don't know.
got
You an in real life person though. Like you have an
yeah,
online
I'm
persona,
very
but
much yeah.
you touch grass. So I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
very much an in-person person.
Yeah.
I also got Jay Gatsby from Great Gatsby.
Okay, I can see that one.
I also got what else did I get? Ron Swanson
Great party
from Parks
host,
and
like Mr. Gatsby.
yes.
So
Oh yeah, that is true.
you
Oh
know,
shit, they got me right.
You know, that was
AI
a
might be
lovely
knowing a little
spread.
something. That was, thank you. I appreciate it. My family appreciated it. I also got Tony Stark, which is pretty
Okay.
cool. I'm fucking with it. It said you view technology purely as a tool to solve physical problems, not a place to hang out. That's not true, but I do use it to solve problems.
That's what technology's for, man.
Right.
The next frontier. So okay. Well, you finish them. I got an AI question at the end.
Okay. And then I think what was your last one? I had Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
I've never seen that movie.
That's actually a really, really good movie.
Okay.
Great courtroom drama starring Reese Witherspoon.
Is that a joke?
No, she was in. No, she's in the movie. Yeah,
It's about courtroom.
yeah. She's like she goes to law school and like
Illegal.
it fights crime. Not fights crime. She it goes to law school and is involved in a criminal trial.
I thought it was just like White Girls, but not a parody. I
Oh
didn't think.
no, it's got an element of that. Like but it spins it on its head. Like she's the
Okay.
pretty blonde girl, but she's not actually stupid.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I guess legally, duh. But I've never seen a single frame of that movie. So I guess
Oh, really interesting. It's a good
Reese
movie.
Witherspoon though
Yeah,
into it.
love her. Yes, her daughter's a beautiful lady as well.
That's I hope.
She's
Yeah.
26. I
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's yeah, she's an
I hope you
adult.
didn't just step in that one.
No, 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 no. Remember, actually, no. Remember, she went viral because she looks just like her, and
I
everyone was
didn't
like,
remember
"Wait,
that.
before," and everyone was like, "Wait, before we say anything."
Yeah.
And somebody did the Google.
Shout out to them. You got
Yeah, shout out to them.
any other ones from that?
I also got Kamala Khan. That's the character Miss Marvel from the MCU. That's the one of the newer characters. But
Yeah.
I didn't watch that show. I saw the movie The Marvels, but I didn't watch the show though.
That the one with the girls.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So when the finals first started, this is pivoting off of AI. I meant to ask you couldn't fit it into the show rundown. Like the
Okay.
ESPN used an AI picture of Tony Parker in its promo, and
Oh
people
yeah,
were
I saw
freaking
that.
out. What is why do people think if
It
they
was a
just
horrible picture.
it was a bad picture, but like they were objecting to the act of using AI in general.
Mhm.
And my question is, do people think if they just put their hands in their ears and go la 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 la, AI will just go away?
Yeah, I think I think that's what they think is going to happen.
All right, that's
Yeah, I
not
don't think they
gonna.
paid attention to iRobot at all. They did not get the message of that movie.
It just and it's like, look, I think there are like any technology, there are good uses and there are bad uses.
Right.
I don't think you should be AIing any deceased people. I don't think you should be AIing
No,
music.
yeah.
I don't think you should be. But for graphic art, I mean, look, I don't. That's just how technology works. We don't draw with pencils and paper anymore either. Like, do you think using
Yeah.
Photoshop is? I mean, like, did you? It's sometimes I listen to some of these people and I was like, we would still be starting fires with sticks and stones if we like followed you. Like, it's just you don't you not under like you, where did you draw the line? Because I promise you, these people are still
Yeah.
drawing with colored pencils and paper. So,
Right.
like, are you using if you're using clip art, is that cheating? If you're using Adobe, is that cheating? If you're
Mhm.
using whatever Apple drawing thing, is that cheating? Like,
Right.
how do you just get to draw
Canva.
this arbitrary line that's cheating with technology? And why do you
Yeah.
get to be? It just feels like these people are just Luddites and they're afraid of something new, and they think if they just scream at anyone using it that it'll go away. And I just don't
Yeah.
see that happening.
Yeah, I feel like there definitely needs to be like grounds and rules put in place similar to iRobot. Um, I think they'll figure that out as time goes on. Oh, I hope so. They need to. Because obviously there's a slippery slope and it can lead to, people getting arrested for things they didn't do,
Yeah,
framed, things of that nature, misinformation, disinformation, media manipulation. So obviously so on and so forth, 1984, that whole thing. Um,
but it's like
but I mean, some of it is
electricity
like
used.
harmless shit, like people using it to make Facebook posts of, "Hey, this is me at 80 years old." Like that's harmless.
My thing is, every technology has pros and con usage. Like
Right,
electricity is used to shock prisoners to death for a while. Should we just have not used it to light our homes? Like
right, yeah,
like we are humans and we can
hmm
control how we use these things. And there are good ways and there are bad ways. And that's why we have elections and we elect people and they set policy and like we have a whole process for this stuff.
Right.
Um, like you can't just hope it goes away because if we
You're
would
gonna
still be
need it.
cooking over open fires and people would be like that evil oven over there is cheating. And it's like,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to I don't want to start a fire every night to cook dinner. Uh
Right.
you know,
Computers were a fad. People thought computers and the internet was going to be a fad. Like now,
it-
no one can do their job without it. Not no
yeah.
one, but most people need it to do their jobs. I don't think. I hope it didn't get to that point, obviously, but I think it will become a function of. Well, let me phrase it. It already is becoming a function of people's jobs. Like
Yeah.
every day you hear at work, you hear automation.
Yeah.
We're trying to improve automation and so on and so forth, and there's going to be an AI component. Um, so I
I
think
mean,
people just need to.
I use Copilot for my own personal like record keeping,
Mhm.
building out spreadsheets and different things like that. I've shown you like my archival spreadsheet with all my movies I own, and
Yeah.
like I'm you're just lying if you say this stuff isn't useful. I don't know what else to tell these people.
Yeah,
Like,
it actually is pretty helpful, especially
you
for research.
yeah, it's just, I can if I open up a YouTube video and it's 20 minutes long and the writer just isn't great and I give them their click, don't get me wrong. I watch it for a little bit, make sure they get their stats. I put that link
Yeah.
in a Google Gemini chat and say recap this in
Put
a
the
thousand
transcript
words.
in. Yeah.
Recap this in a thousand words, and I can read that in 5 minutes, and that's a net 15-minute gain, and I absorb the same information. Probably better because I read it versus watched it.
True.
And
Yeah.
so, they're like, I don't think people should be using to write it.
Yeah.
Like I don't, if I can tell a video, if he's reading an AI script, I'm out on that video. Just because
Yeah, that's
the
one thing I
writing is
do
not
hate.
good.
There's
Uh,
this thing now on Twitter where it'll be a clip of a show
yeah,
and there'll be the show scenes, but then there'll be a AI voiceover of the scene. And it's the
yeah,
most, have you seen this? It's the most
yeah.
annoying shit ever.
Or just like they'll post a video and then you post a video and you caption your
Mhm.
take on the video and it won't match. And it's clear that
Right.
because they threw it in AI and said recap this for my tweet. And you're the laziest
Hmm.
motherfucker alive if you can't write 240
Recapping
characters
tweets.
yeah, like you really using AI to write your tweets, man. 240
Yeah.
characters, that's
Come
basically
on,
a
dude.
couple texts. Like you can't write your own
It's two
text.
sentences.
You lazy than
It's
a
less than a
motherfucker, man.
paragraph. It's less than
Yeah.
a paragraph.
I use it for more technical things. I keep it out of the creative
Yeah.
process. You know, uh,
Right.
like the show, like I had to build out a spreadsheet to track the timestamps for the show, which makes editing it a lot easier on the back end. So I can just
Yeah.
type when we switch topics, and then when I go back, but
Mhm.
it's like tricky because we don't start right at 8 o'clock. We start at
Right.
whatever, and
807
so
or
now I have a
whatever.
formula that does the math for me, and it's like go to the 7 minute mark on this video, and it's like laser accurate.
Nice.
And
Okay.
so it's just like any technology, there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Cars get us from A to B a lot faster than walking, but cars kill people. We take the pro.
Right.
You're giving your cars back? No, because that would make us a
Yeah.
lot less productive as a society. So,
I hear you.
um,
I think AI is best for again accessing existing information, pre-existing information. I think it's good for brainstorming and like starting things. I don't think it's necessarily good for creating things or finishing things. I remember watching an interview with Ben Affleck, and he was saying, the a large percentage of art and creation is knowing when it's done, like
yeah,
knowing when to stop, knowing when to leave it alone. And he was like AI and all that internet stuff, whatever. It can start it for you,
yeah.
but it will never know when to stop.
Yeah, because it's trying to keep you engaged. So it's all like one thing you notice if you engage with them is it's always yes and. They
Right?
never tell
It's
you
like
you're
improv.
wrong. Yeah, they
Yeah, it's like
never tell you
improv.
you're
Yeah.
wrong. Um,
What else do you need? Anything else I can
yeah,
help you with today?
and you'll just talk to it forever because they're just yes and yes
Hmm.
and yes and yes and also these large language models are pulling information that already exists. We have as humans create
Right.
the new stuff.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
so
Right.
you can't have an AI write Game of Thrones because there was nothing like it before it. And so,
Right.
it just it's a useful tool, like you said, it's useful for research. And there's pros and cons to everything. So people,
Correct.
embrace new technology because it's coming whether you want it to or not. And
Yeah.
you don't want to be the old person that's like, show me how to do this internet. "Ah."
Yeah, you be the old person on Facebook who their profile picture is like right here.
Yeah, or just like the grandma who's like, you don't want to be like the 40-year-old grandma who doesn't know how to like work the printer, and it's like,
Right.
how do I
Or
get
or
this
the
printer
people
to
who
work?
yeah, or the people who can't tell when something's like an obviously fake headline.
Yeah. It's like um LeBron said my son is trash, and then you'll see people responding to it, and it's like, did you look at it? Like, I don't believe he would say that.
Yeah.
I actually, it's funny because Sam Presti said in his end of year press conference, said he was like, Shea has it hard because he's fighting against the five people
Six
guarding him
defenders.
and
Yeah.
six the internet. And I was like, there's no way that's real. There's no way he said that for real. And it was actually real. And
Yeah, the wording of it was weird because I was like, "That's good. He has people defending him." And I was like, "Oh, you meant defensive players."
what he wasn't saying is, I believe, he thinks Shea changed the way he was playing because he thought the internet was getting to him. But you ain't supposed to say that
Yeah.
shit out loud.
No,
But
no, 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 no.
all right, man, you got anything else?
Check my notes here. I think that was yeah, that was everything I had. Yeah.
All right, people. Thank you for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy be writing on all the socials.
Please rate, like, and subscribe. We are Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any questions, topics, suggestions, movie recommendations, whatever, feedback, reach out to us via all socials again or via email at outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching Out the Trunk, fucking with us. We appreciate y'all, and we'll be back next week.
All right, y'all.